flowing river. People always mistake that schools, primary school or high school level, you don't require R&D.
All right, so that was the proceedings from the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Congress MP and former Union Minister Renuka Chowdhury, who made headlines for bringing a dog through the parliament and then taking pot shots at fellow lawmakers, was defiant this morning and said that she has violated no rule and doesn't care about any action taken against her. If they want to bring a motion against me for violation of special rights, let them do so. It doesn't matter to me. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee also brought a bullock cart to the parliament. Dogs hold great importance in Hinduism. There is no rule that I have violated. It doesn't matter to me. The Rajya Sabha MP told the media when asked about BJP leaders warning that they will bring a motion against her for her dog stunt. Let's in fact listen into that bite.
में लोग मर रहे हैं वो किसी की फिक्र की बात नहीं है. बीएलओ आत्महत्या कर ले रहे, वो उनके परिवार नाश हो गए, उसका कोई फिक्र नहीं है. ये लेबर लॉ जबरदस्ती हमारे सर पे थोप रहे हैं, उसका कोई परेशानी नहीं है. और ये आज के दिन ये जो टेलीफोन पे जबरदस्ती ऐप लगा रहे हैं, उसका कोई सवाल नहीं है. मगर रेणुका चौधरी का कुत्ता तो बवाल कर दिया है, तो मैं क्या बोलूं इसका. मैं जानवरों को मैं देखभाल करती हूँ, मैं करूंगी, आगे भी बढ़ाऊंगी और करूंगा. और यहाँ ऐसा कोई कानून नहीं है कि कुत्ता हाउस में नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि मैं आपको वीडियो दिखाऊंगी. वाजपेयी जी बैलगाड़ी लेके आए थे, बैल लेके आए थे, और ये अपने आप को बड़ा हिंदू हिंदू बोलते हैं. ये मालूम नहीं कि कुत्ता इतना वफादार है कि वो ऊपर तक गई दृष्टि से वही दिखाई कि वफादारी. खैर, वफादारी के बारे में ये क्या जाने.
All right, joining us live is my colleague Anand Singh. He's live from Vijay Chowk. Anand, obviously Renuka Chowdhury is not backing down. She's stating that she will stand by her stance of bringing that dog to the parliament, even though the BJP leaders have stated that they might just move a motion against her.
Yes, Shivani, look, the way in which Renuka Chowdhury brought a pet dog inside the parliament premises on the first day of parliament session, so clearly
a huge controversy erupted, as he had mentioned that how this animal cannot bite, but the people sitting inside may bite. So clearly this comment made by her did not go well with the BJP MPs, as they have said that they would be moving a privilege motion in against Renuka Chowdhury. So clearly Renuka Chowdhury today once again spoke to the media when she was asked about that the BJP is going to bring a privilege motion against her. So she clearly stated that it was not only her who has brought a pet inside the parliament. It was former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee who had also ridden a bullock cart inside the parliament premises. And she further mentioned that there are several other issues which needs more discussion and attention rather than on her pet dog. So she clearly mentioned that she is not running away and she will face whatever the BJP has to bring on. But she clearly mentioned that how the dog, which is considered a very good character in Hinduism, as it has a record of being loyal to its owner. So clearly she took a dig at the BJP as saying that how they are going to understand this, that who have never been loyal. So clearly a very big pot shot at the BJP by Renuka Chowdhury, as she still remains defiant that she has done no wrong, and she still stands by the fact that she has brought in a pet dog inside the Parliament House. Back to you, Shivani.
But Anand, when we are looking at that statement, when we are looking at that stance, it does seem in fact, that's what the BJP leaders have been alleging, that she is insinuating a kind of a correlation between the dogs and the people who are present in the parliament. So they are obviously trying to make sure that these are some things that should not happen inside the parliament. It's the temple of the democracy. So this is something, this stunt or this act should not be happening over there.
Yes, Ivani, look, even as Renuka Chowdhury has defended herself, as she's only mentioned that she only brought her pet dog, and there are evidences that she brought and she stands by it. And but the comment that she has made against the other parliamentarians inside the building, that how the dog might not bite, but the people inside, those who are in power, they might bite. So this has not gone down well, as they are saying that it is a breach of their privilege and special right, as Renuka Chowdhury clearly crossed the line. So clearly Renuka Chowdhury is still standing by her line, what she has taken on that very day. And today itself, she further mentioned that she will defend everything, whatever they have to bring, but they don't have anything. So she clearly made this statement very clear that she is going to face whatever motion the BJP is planning to bring against her, and she will see it in the house if they bring it against her. So clearly, even as the BJP is saying that the way in which Renuka Chowdhury tried to insult several of the fellow parliamentarians in the parliament. However, she remains defiant that she is not going to bust down, and she will face whatever comes to her way. However, she also mentioned that how the dogs are very loyal, and she clearly took a sharp jibe at the BJP, saying those who have no history of being loyal, clearly referring to the condition, the way in which the Jan Sangha and the Hindu Mahasabha, the parent body of the BJP, at the point of independence, they never participated in independence, as she clearly mentioned that how they can understand loyalty who have never have the history of the same. So clearly, by referring to the loyalty of dogs, she took a sharp jibe to the BJP. Back to you, Sivan.
Right, Anand. Stay on with me. In fact, I'm also joined by Sujata Paul, Congress spokesperson. Thank you so much, Sujata Paul, for joining us. Appreciate your time. When we're looking at this entire controversy, say for example, if we call it, Renuka Chowdhury ji has said that she will in fact stand by her stance. However, the BJP leaders are alleging that this is something that they will move a motion against. How do you look at this?
It is a really sorry state of affairs that there are such huge issues plaguing our country, plaguing the national capital when it comes to pollution. And this has become the issue that the BJP wants to talk about. And what is wrong if Renuka Chowdhury ji went to Parliament and saved street dogs? You know, go to Hyderabad, you'll see how she, treats stray dogs. But the fact is that the dog did not go inside Parliament. And the way the BJP is behaving, it's clear that they want to digress and divert our attention from the SIR, from the pollution which is plaguing the national capital, and also the national security issues, especially after the blast in the national capital. Why are they not talking about that? Why are they not making sure that there is discussion on that?
But ma'am, what the BJP leaders are stating that, you know, a dog should not have been allowed there. This is the temple of democracy, the parliament that we are talking about, and hence they are putting up, this motion that they want to put up against Renuka Chowdhury. How do you look at that? How do you look at that argument?
Yes, clearly that the BJP thinks that they own this nation and nobody else is a citizen of this nation. Aren't we as human beings, not just as Indians, as human beings, we are responsible for our animals, wildlife, our dogs, and clearly they are happy with various government orders also to remove stray dogs, and that clearly shows their mentality, their sick thinking that they don't want to have anything to do with those who have been.
That has erupted. She stated that even former Prime Minister Vajpayee ji had brought a bullock cart.
Exactly. So this is what they need to understand, that animals are, these are animals and we are responsible for them, and that's part of our community. You don't take umbrage against an animal which is voiceless, which cannot speak. You should have some compassion, some empathy towards them. But clearly they have none of these. They believe in the dictatorial regime which exists today, and that is why they are only speaking what they have been told to speak. If they use their brains, they think, they will realize that there is no sense in what they are talking about. You know, taking action against Renuka Chowdhury ji clearly is, has another angle to it. We know how the Prime Minister had spoken about, being reminded of the Ramayan when Renuka Chowdhury ji had laughed in Parliament, earlier when she was Member of Parliament. And so today, we understand that he has a problem with her being in Parliament, and therefore he's targeting her. He cannot stand anybody who stands up to him. The BJP doesn't, and anybody in the opposition doing so will not be accepted by them.
Right, ma'am. In fact, let's get in a reaction, in fact, from the BJP spokesperson, Mukesh Tyagi, who's also joining us on the broadcast. Thank you, sir, for joining us. When we are looking at this controversy, sir, how do you look at this? Renuka Chowdhury has made a statement today. She stated that she will stand by her stance. She did nothing wrong.
You see, Renuka Chowdhury being such a senior parliamentarian, if she is the first time parliamentarian, I can understand maybe she is suffering from a gross ignorance. But it is a deliberate act. I mean, is she not in her normal senses that she can bring her dog into the parliament? Tomorrow anybody says we'll bring our horses, we'll bring our elephants. You think this kind of anarchy is allowed in parliament? The parliament is the highest body in the country. And there should be certain protocols, even if it is not mentioned in the rules or नियमावली में भी नहीं है, तो एक अपना self conscious भी तो कुछ होता है. I think Congress is suffering from a serious psychological paranoia of defending something indefensible. I mean, on the contrary, she should just accept and withdraw rather than making such a halla-bulla just to get some limelight, cheap limelight, because Congress is completely marginalized in political arena. They have lost out complete relevance in the Indian politics. Now, these guys are resorting to these cheap tricks and tomorrow somebody can come with other animals, monkey can come. You know, these kind of things are not permitted, and if at all she wants, she could have consulted the highest, authorities like chairman in Rajya Sabha and the speaker in Lok Sabha, and I'm very sure that nobody will get permission to this kind of a thing.
Okay.
So this is a completely indifferent.
Thank you so much, Mukesh Tyagi.